And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Film Box Podcast, the awards show edition. I'm your host, Aaron Souza. I'm joined by Connor Jameson and Samuel Majewski, my two wonderful co-hosts. And today, we're here to present the 2025 Film Box Awards. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
It's nice.
I'm no longer ascending into heaven.
Yeah. Well, it was bad earlier. It was really bad. But we're here to talk about some of our favorite movies from 2024, highlight some of the great picks, but also some of the bad ones, some of the bad films from this last year. So I guess without further ado, we can jump right on into it. First, we are presenting a look back at our most anticipated movies of 2024. And we had, at last year's show, identified 3 movies: Gladiator 2, Challengers, and Nosferatu. I know my most anticipated was Challengers. Lived up to the hype. Challengers is great. Maybe not as great as I wanted. I didn't like the score as much, but still really, really fun. I know.
I mean, we could all guess who my pick was.
Yeah, it's Nosferatu.
Yeah, and it did live up to the hype. For me, it was my second favorite movie of the year. So much so, I literally am going to go see it again with my dad today.
Nice.
My dad and I are going to be freaks and watch it at noon on a Sunday.
Very nice.
And then
Sam?
just leaves the last one for me. The original Gladiator for me is one of my top 25 movies of all time. So I was super excited for Gladiator 2. Lived up to the hype in some aspects, not as much as the others, but I still enjoyed it. And yeah, so
Yeah, well, that is our 2024 most anticipated. We're going to get quite a few others to take a look at. But first, let's start the awards with our first award of the day.
Yes. Folks, we have, for the first award, we have the best poster. When you walk into the theater and you see all the posters lined up, they're there to sell you on a movie. We picked some great ones that really sold us on the promises of movies.
Good or bad?
Good or bad. Because you know what? The quality of the movie doesn't matter. It's the quality of poster that matters. So, our nominees for Best Poster: ISS, Challengers, and Late Night with the Devil. And the winner is... Do we have a drum roll?
No, I have no drum roll.
No drum roll.
No drum roll.
Late Night with the Devil.
Woo! Congratulations.
Is the winner.
You'll be getting your box award in the mail. Not really.
Boxy in the mail. That poster is quite literally flames.
It's so
David
good.
Dallas Motion with his head on fire. Just heat. It's beautiful. So,
Yes.
Congrats. We did have an honorable mention to Dune Part 2. That poster goes incredibly hard.
Yes.
all right. And the next award is for the worst poster. So when you walk into the theater and you see a poster that doesn't catch your eye,
Doesn't inspire hope.
it doesn't inspire hope. We got this one for you. So the nominees are Madam Web, Argyle, and The Union. And the winner is
Drum roll.
The Union.
Woo!
So
Congratulations, the union.
Congratulations on the worst poster. This is a Netflix original, so it wasn't even hanging up in the theaters. However, if I saw this, yeah.
I honestly think that's even worse because on a streaming service, like there's nothing else to really draw you to a movie besides just like the little floating poster.
Yeah.
And for the audio listeners, it's just Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry in a nondescript white background, orange floor place.
With the words "the Union" up above them, and that's it.
That's it. With it on, we had an honorable mention, dishonorable mention, I guess you could call it. Is a Damsel.
Another Netflix movie.
Another Netflix original.
Yep. Yeah, they really go hard on their posters, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our next award is bringing back from last year a movie we liked, but everyone hated. These are movies that we found higher rated than the average. Most people did not like. So our nominees are Trap, Beetlejuice, and If. And the winner is If, the Ryan Reynolds Imaginary Friends film from earlier this year. Sam, you gave it a 3 out of 5?
Yeah, like a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah. And it's not that when it comes to the average scores on Letterboxd and people just not really liking this. We did. So, If, congratulations, your boxy will be delivered directly to you and your imaginary friends.
I thought we were calling them the Boxers.
Oh, the Boxers. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Your boxer is in the mail.
And per usual, I got some negativity to the awards. The next award is the movie we hated, but everyone else liked. The movies that people seem to rate highly, but we just could not agree with them less. So our nominees were It Ends With Us, Red 1, and Kung Fu Panda 4. The winner is Red 1. With a shocking 90% on Rotten Tomatoes from the audience.
This is hot
Still
doo-doo
baffled
garbage.
Still baffles me.
I don't get it.
I still don't get it. We do have
Delivered one of the greatest moments on this podcast where we described to Connor what the score of this movie was on Rotten Tomatoes, and he was absolutely baffled.
And it was funny because this was my pick heading in, because I remembered, I was like, oh, there's no way, like, I was going to put It Ends With Us, and then I was like, wait a second, Red 1 has a 90%. That's literally the definition of this award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a dishonorable mention, Y2K. Aaron really just wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah, it was just, I didn't like it. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
All right. And then the next award is the Why Did We Like This award. So this is an award. This is the award that it may not be received well, but it's not our cup of tea. But we enjoy it. So the nominees are Ricky Stenicki, Which Brings Me to You, and My Penguin Friend. And the winner is
Drum roll, please.
My Penguin Friend.
A movie that approximately one person saw in the entire U.S.
We got him here, folks.
Yes, we
got
did.
him. We got him. This was a movie about it's actually based on a true story. He befriends a penguin, and it's just kind of wholesome, and I don't know.
It's a movie.
It's not bad.
Apparently,
average.
it's a pretty good one.
average.
Yeah. All right, our next award is for the best comfort movie. These are the movies that we could sit down and watch at any time, at any place, and have a good time, and maybe not have to pay attention to it too much at this point, but it's something that, if you need something to watch, you can always count on this movie. Our nominees are Dune Part 2, Flow, and The Wild Robot. And
This is not like the other.
yeah, one of those things is not like the other. And the winner is The Wild Robot. Congratulations, your boxer is in the mail. This is a great animated film about parenthood and learning to find your purpose. And it made all of us cry, I think, at individual times. And it is just such a heartwarming film, and one that I know we can all come back to over and over again. Congratulations to The Wild Robot.
Moving on, we have our favorite franchise entry. 2024 year of the franchise movies. They made their big way back. So we're going to award our favorite. Our nominees were Dune Part 2, Furiosa, and The First Omen. And our winner was Furiosa.
Now elaborate.
Yes. So this came maybe as a little shock.
Mm.
Me and Sam really love Furiosa. And it does not get nearly enough love from a lot of other people. I know Dune 2 is a phenomenal movie, and trust me, we will sing its praises later.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers or anything.
We still got a lot of awards left
You'll
to
see
give.
Dune
there's a
2
lot of
Part 2
awards.
you'll see Dune 2 on this list quite.
Yeah,
a
we
bit.
got a lot of awards left to give. But performances are great. The cinematography is great. The way it gives the background into Furiosa's life from Mad Max is so fucking cool. And it's just a great way to an award in a movie that really isn't getting enough love. So, congrats to Furiosa.
Furiosa, congratulations. Your boxer is headed to the wasteland. All right.
All right, now
yeah,
for the
I was gonna
biggest.
say, this is you.
No, well, it's kind of getting a little bit to pop up.
Gotcha.
So for the biggest letdown, so this is a movie that we had high hopes for, and it did not. It did not. It just did not.
Did not.
It just didn't. All right. So for the nominees, we had Megalopolis, Strangers Chapter 1, and Argyle. And the winner is maybe Megalopolis.
There it is.
Just with the stellar cast and Francis Ford Coppola, it's just we were expecting so much higher things for this movie, but it was not good at all.
Yeah, Megalopolis might be one of the worst things I've seen. It is incredibly horrific. It is bad in every sense of the word. So, Megalopolis I was really looking forward to this. Obviously, I love Adam Driver. I thought it was a cool concept. It is not good at all. So, that is our award. Next, talking about the biggest surprise. These are the movies that maybe weren't on our radar, or maybe were off in the periphery, but really came to the forefront, stood out to us, and gave us something that we really weren't expecting. It's a big surprise, obviously. Our nominees for biggest surprise are The Substance, Monkey Man, and Boy Kills World. 3 very good movies. And the winner is Monkey Man.
Cool.
Whoa,
Bless you.
Tight.
it was so surprising it left me sneezing. Now,
Yeah.
please describe, because I have actually not seen Monkey Man, but I know you two have.
Monkey Man is
I was gonna say it's a fun time.
it's an incredible action movie. From Dev Patel, first time director.
$10 million budget.
Yeah. tells a great story from India. Sorry, and it's so gritty. It's so raw. Really, I had no expectations going in because again, first time director. Everyone loves to throw around the like, oh, this is like John Wick, but blank. This is John Wick, but in India. Bless you.
Oh my god.
But it truly was as close to like another John Wick movie as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable mentions too go to Marmalade and Snack Shack.
All right. Our next award is not the best, but I am having fun. These are the movies where we can admit that they aren't the best, but we are enjoying our time with them. They got enough redeeming qualities to them where we enjoyed our hour and a half to 2 hours with them. And our nominees are Sweethearts, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and Abigail. And our winner is God Bless You.
Wow.
What is that, 4?
A lot.
5? Our winner is The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Sam, if you would like to
You want me to
it?
elaborate? Well, seeing how I'm the only one who watched this one. I don't know. So it wasn't the greatest. It's just a typical action, like World War II action film. It has a lot of comedy in it. But it was a fun time. The action sequences were pretty cool. The twist was predictable, but it was still caught me a little off guard. And then nothing like Alan Richardson and Henry Cavill going ham on in World War II. So
perfect definition of this award.
Yes. All right, moving on. Sam, this
All
is
right.
you.
Yep. Best animated feature. So obviously, best animated film of 2024. We were looking back on it. There wasn't too many like solid animated films that came out this year. But we have our nominees.
Sounds very promising for this kind of award.
So we got Flow, Transformers 1, and The Wild Robot. And the winner is The Wild Robot, with an honorable mention of Inside Out 2. And I think this is pretty much self-explanatory. We talked a little bit about Wild Robot for the best comfort movie. But again, it's great. I personally haven't seen Flow. However, they won the Golden Globe though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see it. So.
But congratulations to The Wild Robot. Next, we're going to be talking about the best blockbuster. These are the movies that made hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office and really kind of blew us away with the spectacle and the scale and the ability to dominate audience watch time. Our nominees for best blockbuster are Dune Part 2, Twisters, and Wicked. And this is basically like our cinematic and box office achievement, the Popcorn Award. Our winner for the Popcorn Award is Dune Part 2, which is an excellent film that has been nominated a few times tonight already. And it is just so good. Dune Part 2 is just incredible. I've seen it 5 times, which is why it was on the comfort list, because I've seen it 5 times this year.
Shout out to that one guy on Twitter. I think his name was like Mac, who saw it like 20 times in theaters.
That's insane.
Probably the reason why it's on this list.
Yeah, honestly, he gave them all the money by himself. No, Dune Part 2 is a visual spectacle. It's one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made, and it made hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office. So perfect spot for it here.
This one's for me.
Yes.
If you couldn't tell by the name. It's Connor's Horror Award. This has been a phenomenal year for horror. And so much so we had to give it its own award. Because there's been, down the entire spectrum of horror, so many great contenders. Whether it's supernatural, slashers, gory, psychological, whatever. Whatever itch you want scratched, they got it. So our nominees for Best Horror Movies. We got The Substance, Nosferatu, and Longlegs. The winner, you might have guessed it, based on me saying it was my second favorite movie of the year, Nosferatu. Cinematography's great. Bill Skarsgård's great. Lily Rose Depp is great. Nicholas Hoult is great. Everyone's great. Willem Dafoe is so fucking funny in this movie. Just everything clicks. It's beautiful. Go see it. I'm seeing it again with my dad. Maybe I'll see it 20 times. Who knows?
You'll be the one. You'll be the Mac of Nosferatu.
I will.
Mac Ferratu.
Conferatu.
There you go.
All right, now we're moving on to the best soundtrack. So this is obviously some composers throwing some heat down. What? What are you laughing at?
I just love that. There's some composers throwing some heat down.
So it's that meme of the guy playing the piano that's on fire.
The what?
The Pinot.
The piano?
The Pinot Grigio?
The pianist?
Yes, there it is.
Well, why am I so dark?
Whoa!
Whoa, he went to the void, now he's in...
Oh, there it goes.
There he goes. Now he's ascending back. Sam rotates between heaven and hell very frequently on this podcast.
I'm just stuck in
Purgatory.
All right, so our nominees for best soundtrack are Dune Part 2, Challengers, and The Wild Robot. All great soundtracks, minus Challengers.
Oof!
Come
Throwing
on.
shade on the award show.
It gave tennis a theme.
The winner is Dune Part 2.
Another Dune award.
Yeah, another Dune award. What's that? I forgot which song that was. Should have pulled this up.
That's all right. Dune Part 2. I mean, Hans Zimmer is just a master. He built on what he did in Dune, the first Dune, to create something that really feels cinematically equivalent to the scale and achievement of the film itself. So, is mightily impressive. All right, moving on. Our next award is for Best Cinematography. Just like those composers, these DPs were throwing down heat. And what they were able to do on screen is visually impeccable and basically like food for the eyes, if you will. Our nominees for Best Cinematography are The Brutalist, Nosferatu, and Challengers. All great films, all very different kinds of films, but with one equal theme of great visuals. And our winner is, once again, Nosferatu. Second win of the night for the horror film.
Yeah. Listen, the movie is gorgeous. The way that it uses lighting, and more so the lack of lighting, lack of color too. Just so many shots you could take out of that movie that just you could hang on a wall in a museum. It's just so beautiful.
Well, congratulations to Nosferatu.
Keeping with the theme of more our technical awards, we have the best script. These are the writers who were throwing down some heat.
There it is.
This is the meme
The
of
heat
the
trifecta.
guy writing with a pencil on fire. So our nominees for best script, we have A Real Pain, Conclave, Monkey Man. And our winner is Conclave. One of probably the most thrilling movies about just guys sitting around talking about
Other guys.
other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's such like a tight movie where there's like, it's just literally a battle of ideas, and it's just so concise. It's just so good. It's just so good. Listen, it's winning awards for screenplay as it should, and it wins our equivalent of screenplay.
Yeah.
We do have an honorable mention going to challengers as well.
Yes.
But congrats to Conclave, your boxer is on the way.
All right, and then next up we have our Best Director award. I'm not gonna say the Heat part. So
Oh, okay. They're not the directors throwing heat.
Director's got the heat behind the camera.
Yeah. They're bringing the heat to the entire production.
I guess they could be saying they're sitting in the hot seat right now. So.
Okay.
Their chair's on fire.
the hot director's chair. All right, so our nominees for Best Director is Luca Guadagnino for Challengers. Sorry, I'm trying to. Robert Eggers for Nosferatu, and good old Denis I don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry. Villeneuve. Okay.
There you go.
For Dune Part 2. So our winner is good old Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2. Another Dune award. Your boxer is in the mail. We had our honorable mention as Dev Patel for his first for Monkey Man. So,
and I also want to add in another honorable mention for Coralie Fargeet for The Substance, which is an incredible movie with a singular vision made for a very low budget, but also done completely practically, which is awesome. But Denis, I mean, come on. Another Dune 2 award. It's incredible. He did a magnificent job. Next, we've got the Best Male Performance. This is the best performance by an actor in any film this year. And there were a ton of really excellent performances across a wide range of movies. We chose our favorites, and our nominees are Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Bill Skarsgård for Nosferatu, and Ralph Fiennes for Conclave. And the winner is Bill Skarsgård for Nosferatu, with an honorable mention going to Coleman Domingo.
Sing. Listen, the way he completely just disappears into this role is honestly absurd. Like, I know you have said how like Timothy just kind of disappears into Bob Dylan.
Yep.
That's like on tenfold with Bill Skarsgård. I think it helps too that there's like all this makeup done for him.
Mm-hmm.
But like the way he is able to drop his voice down, all like the physical work he's done, it was so fucking impressive. He was haunting, terrifying, but every time he was on screen, you just could not look away. It was a presence unlike no other.
Well, congratulations, Bill Skarsgård.
all right, and to follow,
Wait, it's Connor's award.
That's my turn, buddy.
to follow.
Is Connor.
No, I know.
To flip the coin, we've got our best female performance now. Giving the ladies their love, our nominees, we have Angelina Jolie for Maria, Nell Tiger Free for The First Omen, and Mikey Madison for Anora. And our winner is, drumroll please, Angelina Jolie for Maria. Now, Maria is kind of getting shut out in a lot of major awards, and that is completely unfair because Jolie was perfect as Maria. The way that she matched the physicality of like an opera singer. I know they blended her singing with Maria Callas' singing. Even the times where she's not singing, just her mannerisms are really what draw you in to Maria as a movie.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do have honorable mentions. Demi Moore and Pamela Anderson, both. It's kind of funny. They both kind of play two aging stars who come to terms with the industry kind of closing around them. Give two Oscar-worthy performances there.
Okay, and then the Breakout Performance Award. So this is the award that is going to go to an actor or actress that's not necessarily well known and has been on the low end before this performance. So for the nominees, we have Gaia Wise for Lord of the Rings: War of the Rohirrim, Naomi Scott for Smile 2, and Mikey Madison for Anora. And the winner is Mikey Madison for Anora. Aaron, I know you.
I can vouch for this one. I stood on the table for Mikey Madison. Honestly, I mean, she's a great actress. She's got a lot of really great. She's had some good performances, but this is really the first time that she's been able to lead a film of the magnitude that this is, and it is just incredible. I mean, she is great in every facet. She the physicality of the performance that she does, not only as a sex worker in Brooklyn and kind of with that whole aspect, but also the physical performance necessary for the middle part of the film, where it becomes this kind of like almost like an action comedy with an extended like kidnapping sequence. It's just all really, really great. She personifies this character, and it's just awesome. She's really, really great. So,
and then we had honorable mentions for Kieran Culkin, Kaylee Spaney, and Willa Fitzgerald.
All great performances.
Indeed.
And next, we get to talk about Best Resume, which is an award that we are giving to the person with across the entire year the best number of performances. So these are people who had multiple performances this year. All were quite good, and so they deserve to be recognized for their entire resume of 2024, not just for one singular performance. And so our nominees are Timothée Chalamet for Dune Part 2 and A Complete Unknown, Kaylee Spaney for Civil War and Alien Romulus, and Nicholas Hoult for Nosferatu, Juror Number 2, the Garfield movie, and the other one that I can't think of.
The Order.
The Order, thank you very much. And our winner is Nicholas Hoult, who was great in a lot of different aspects. Juror Number 2 was a really interesting movie with a man that has an incredible moral dilemma. He gives a great leading performance there. Obviously, we've talked a lot about Nosferatu and its impact on horror as well. The Order was cool, I guess.
No, and this is the point I was making when we were voting. He plays the entire spectrum of like what a character can be. Like in Nosferatu, he is like completely good. In Juror Number 2, he is like morally gray, like he has that big dilemma, and then in The Order, he's like a white supremacist cult leader, just completely bad. But he gives such a compelling performance in it. You're never like, oh, I kind of agree with him, but you're like, I understand why people would identify with him. Like that's how strong of a performance he gives.
And then the Garfield movie.
We don't need to talk about that. That's like it's a part-time job before you get your big break.
There you go. And then honorable mentions for Sebastian Stan for A Different Man and The Apprentice, Zendaya for Challengers and Dune Part 2, and Willem Dafoe for about every single movie this year.
Man was busy.
Yeah, I think he was in like 14 movies.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
My favorite award. As we come to the end of the show, we're going to talk about our least favorite film of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Movies that are sitting at the very yeah, they suck. They're sitting at the very bottom of our yearly ranking. Our nominees. We have Sasquatch Sunset, Dear Santa, and Atlas. Our winner is... or our
winner's
loser,
a loose term.
Our loser is Dear Santa.
Yikes.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
your
can hear our thoughts on
boxer
it.
is on fire.
Your shitty boxers are in the mouth.
Ah, nice.
We're gonna leave. We're all gonna take a shit in a bag with the boxer in it and leave it on their doorstep.
Yeah, they're gonna have some tread marks on them.
Yeah, this movie sucks. We did a whole review on it for the podcast. This movie is not good in any way.
Mm-hmm. We do want to also give some dishonorable shout outs to Madam Web, which you can also hear our thoughts on.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter, which you will never hear our thoughts on. And The Uglies, which you can read Sam's thoughts on.
Yes. And finally, we have our favorite film of 2024. So, a lot of great films this year. It was hard to narrow it down to one specific one. Each have their different aspects that we all loved. However, we have our nominees, and they are The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, and Nosferatu. I wonder if you could see that one coming.
I think we know which this is going to be. And the winner is Dune Part 2. With some honorable mentions. A Real Pain, which I know, Aaron, you loved. Mm-hmm. Honora, I have not seen yet, but the two of you loved it. And The Wild Robot, which obviously we've talked about. So,
yes.
A lot of good movies this year. But there is one overarching movie.
And it was Dune.
We
are all Dune.
Part 2.
Dune Part 2. All right, and just like we started the show, we wanted to just take a look ahead this time from our most anticipated movies of 2025. Which ones are we most looking forward to? So, we have 3 that we identified. My pick, my most anticipated movie of 2025 is The Running Man, which is the new movie from Glenn Powell, the a remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger film, and also now starring Coleman Domingo. I am really looking forward to it. I love everyone attached to it so far, so I think it's going to be great.
My pick is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. The Mission Impossible franchise has really pushed the boundaries on what is physically possible with stunts. And they've shown...
You could say it's impossible.
Exactly.
Oh.
And they've shown clips of there's a stunt where even Tom Cruise looks scared to do it. And you know that's gonna be fucking insane if Tom Cruise is like,
I don't know, guys.
If you got Tom Cruise praying to a god he doesn't believe in, then you know it's gonna be good. So, I'm happy to see how they wrap this up.
I'm glad you changed it on the spreadsheet. It was impossible.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I completely spelled it right the first time.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
And then that leaves the last one, Superman for me. I've heard that this movie is gonna make the DCEU kind of like a comeback, make a comeback, and then although I'm sad to not see Henry Cavill as Superman, I'm still looking for this movie. The trailer just dropped a few weeks ago, and it looks really good. I'm really excited for it. I'm hoping it can lift the DC universe back on its feet. So,
all right. Well, that is our show. So, I hope you had a great time, and thank you so much for listening. It was a great year of movies, and a great year for us, too, to be able to talk about movies. And we're so grateful for everyone who has tuned into this podcast. And we've wrapped up 2024, and now we get to look ahead to 2025. So, with that said, if you like this episode, leave a rating, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast platform, and visit some of our other episodes. You know, obviously this is our awards show episode, but we do so much other stuff, reviews, games, tier lists, drafts, all kinds of stuff. So make sure to check out our whole backlog, and also go to our website, visit our socials. You know, we're on TikTok for at least until the 19th. I don't know. We'll see.
who knows?
But you know, we're everywhere as well, and we've got some other stuff coming in the pipeline this year that seems like it's going to be pretty exciting. So stay tuned for all that. Go to our website, firstpicturehouse.com. Go to our Letterboxd to stay updated on what we watch, when we watch them. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye, y'all.
See ya.